Okay, and so this is why is it a social construct? Yes. But
it's evolutionary.
Is it a social construct that has extreme value? Absolutely.
I have to disagree with you on this one. I think that if you're going to bring up virginity and that whole thing in history, I think that it stems from the patriarch and men wanting to own women and possess her.
The patriarchy.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Now you have to tell us what to now articulate.
A society built by men for men.
Articulate what the patriarchy is.
A society built by men for men. And
So-
that's
and do you
why
believe-
that's why it was fine for a man not to be a virgin. Sure, you can say pregnancy, whatever, but nobody cared about a man's chastity. Nobody cares about it now.
Well,
Nobody
actually,
cares.
I think that's
absolutely
wrong.
that's absolutely not true.
For Christianity.
For the past 2,000 years, people have absolutely cared about male chastity. It's been
Who?
less highly
Well, I have a question. then.
Western civilization for the past 2,000 years has been a Christian civilization, and in cultures that have been Christian, they absolutely value male chastity. Now, that's not the norm. That hasn't been the norm, but it's not fair to say nobody cares about it.
Chase, let me just have I want to have a little
Okay,
back
go
and
for it.
forth here on the patriarchy. Okay,
Let's
so
do this.
you said that the patriarchy is, just repeat it again. What is the patriarchy?
A society built by men for men.
And historically, you're asserting that was something that historically existed or persists till today?
I think that there are definitely still undertones of it in society today because it existed first.
So it's a society built by men for men.
Mm-hmm.
So how?
What do you mean how? Men have been
Articulate
in
how.
power for centuries. Men built this country. Like
Which
women
men?
have never had the founding fathers.
fathers
all
of
the
America.
presidents.
Why
There's
hasn't there been a society built by
because
women for
people
women?
have thought that women are too emotional to take charge. Like people have always said that a woman can't be president because she's too emotional. That has been that was what people thought. You can read things about it. You can look at historical documents.
But what does their gender have to do with it?
It's the attitudes that have been reflected onto women for years.
So do you disagree with the idea that on average women tend to be more emotional than men do?
Wait.
Yes, yes. I've dealt
Really?
with some men that act like toddlers.
Some men. Okay.
Some
A
boys.
majority, yes.
Some boys.
Okay, but you can say.
Can-
why are
can you give
saying
us-
Are you saying that you think women are on average more emotional?
Absolutely.
In my experience, yeah, they're definitely more emotional.
There's no
yeah.
question about it. There's no question about it. The most emotional.
I'm not
people-
I have no comment on that
The
one.
most. the most. I grew up with a mother and a grandmother who were extremely emotional people.
Let me have a back and forth though on patriarchy
All
here.
right.
So you've asserted that the patriarchy exists to this day. I need you to give me a few reasons how or why.
Are you disagreeing that there's a patriarchy?
I do, but I'm
You
trying-
disagree with that statement?
There's a
You
hundred.
have to define it.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Define
Hannah.
A
You have to
society
define it.
built by men for men.
Okay,
I will
you've
say
defined.
it again and again.
No, hold on.
Okay, but
You've-
our
let-
society-
hold on. You've defined it. You've defined it. But you have not provided evidence
Well, I haven't
for
been
its
given
existence.
an opportunity to.
I'm opening it up to you, please.
Well, recently, I know you two are probably going to have an opinion about this. Roe v. Wade was overturned.
That
So-
actually created an equality between men and women.
How? Because men are the ones being punished. Like a man can. Okay, do you realize that?
Men have zero reproductive rights.
Okay, yeah, but men also
And
can
it pushed
impregnate
it
as
down to the
many women
states.
as they want.
Wait.
Whereas women can only get pregnant once in 9 months. Men can impregnate thousands of women in 9 months, and they're not the ones that are being punished, and they're not the ones that are stuck to being carried to term with the baby and
men
supporting
are.
a whole nother life.
If a man doesn't want a child, he can certainly be punished.
What do you mean by that?
Child support.
If a
Man,
man,
a
doesn't
man
want
does
child.
not have a choice in either scenario. If a woman wants to keep it and he wants to get rid of it, he doesn't have a choice. If she wants, what is and the inverse is true too.
I think we should rewind for a second. You just used Roe v. Wade as an example of the patriarchy.
Yes.
I know
gosh.
more women that support the overturning of Roe v. Wade than I know men.
That's probably because of
That's
like,
also
the
because
community
of
you're
your
part of.
background.
You're right, it
Yeah.
is. But this isn't just a symbol of the patriarchy. This is the overturning of Roe v. Wade. This isn't just a male-dominated thing. Okay, Amy Coney Barrett also voted to overturn it. Okay,
That's a good point. That's a good
Those-
point.
that is
Those
she
are
is she
religious
the
women.
patriarchy?
Okay, but here's the thing, is that you cannot tell somebody what they have to do with their body. You can't tell me that I need to go have a kid right now if I get pregnant. Like, you cannot tell me what to do with my body medically. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I simply don't.
Okay, and I don't think
This is going to get heated.
I don't think that a woman has the right to murder the child that she chose to create through sex.
Okay,
But
maybe
what
we
if she
shouldn't
was
be talking
raped?
about this. Maybe
Yes.
this
No,
is
no, no, no.
Yes.
What if she was raped? Because she had no choice in that.
That's a good question. That's
we
less
go back
than
to the patriarchy?
Hold on, everybody. This is an important question. That's a really important question. Okay, that is less than 1% of abortions. 95% of abortions are abortions of convenience, and what that means is women had consensual sex and they decided after the fact that they just didn't want to keep the child. Okay, that's different from rape. And in cases like that, this isn't somebody forcing a woman to have a child.
Yes, it is. That is
a
literally
woman,
what it
no,
is.
Sex has consequences. And when you have sex, you are risking the possibility of conceiving a child. Are you not?
I
So-
agree with that, but I feel like you cannot force somebody to do something with that is the main point of this. You cannot force somebody to do something with their body that they do not want to do.
Okay.
I don't know how much we want to talk about the abortion issue just because it's very
I think it's a fruitful discussion. I think this is an important discussion.
I think it is
This
important.
is extremely important.
I'll just give my take. I don't want to give my take
No,
No,
I
give
think
your
you
take.
should.
on abortion.
We wanna hear your
I
take,
wanna hear your
Brian.
take.
So, okay, it's a kind of nuanced take though. It's going to take me at least 2 minutes to explain it.
We would love to hear it.
Okay, so the arguments of people who are pro-life are not so easily dismissed. However, I would say that I'm probably going to lose some viewers, whatever I say. I would say I'm pro-choice, but I would say that abortion is clearly wrong. It's clearly wrong, but not everything that is wrong should be illegal. So, and this is kind of where I get into crazy territory. I think that we should be, and this is, I think, maybe me running the center too much. We need to develop an artificial womb. That way both sides can be happy. If a woman wants to get an artificial womb, so y'all can, if you want an abortion, you can get it, but the baby can survive. That is the compromise I think is fair. And I also think we should have, honestly, I think we should have free birth control. I think we should have robust sexual education. And I think people should stop fucking around so much. That's
agree
what I
with
think.
that.
That's
Wait,
really.
wait.
I have a question.
People need to
You
take
guys.
accountability for their actions. Straight up. Right there. Take
Amen.
accountability
Amen.
for your actions. Also,
Yep.
I guess in a way I would say I'm pro-choice because, like, look, you guys want to